Welcome back to Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago. We are in our Tobago studios still, and we have with us the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Truckers and Traders Association, Mr. Horace Amede, a very familiar face when we're talking about the sea bridge. Mr. Horace Amede, good morning.
Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning, Tobago. Of
course, the Prime Minister is meeting with stakeholders today, you included. Tell us, what do you expect from that meeting?
Well, it's difficult to say. Because all the meetings that we've been having, even with the minister, we said we wanted no badge. They said that we wasn't going to get a badge, then a badge. They brought a badge on the Atlantic provider. So we are not sure. We are not sure what to expect today. If you check the route that the vessel travels, you'll realize that the Ocean Flower 2 is on its way to Trinidad. So we are not certain, we are not sure what to expect today out of that meeting.
I know your main area is really the cargo vessel. We have the cargo vessel. How is that operating?
That's not operating good at all. We still have issues with the toilets, no AC, no cabins, no cafeteria. You had the rodents. Well, if you get the boat on Saturday, well, yesterday I traveled on the vessel to come home, and we still have a lot of problems with the vessel. When the vessel berths, you can't get off. If you're not acquainted with it and you go on it from 11 o'clock in the morning and you didn't walk with something to eat, you'll have to travel through that whole journey with nothing to eat, and then when you reach to Tobago or Trinidad, you can't get off the vessel to go and get something. The bathrooms isn't functioning, so when you get to Tobago, you even can't get off to use a bathroom until probably about almost half an hour after the vessel berth and things like this. So there's a lot of problem, right? But not only the cargo vessel that we are concerned about, we are also concerned about the fast ferries, because yes, when we use the fast ferry, we have problems also. Right now, the express is taking 4 to 5 hours. We believe that they are not pushing it, because if it should go down, the entire sea bridge will collapse. So we are not certain what we will expect today. They were talking, now you realize that Comrade Anisette from SWWTU spoke about the procurement and all of this. Yes. We are in possession of a letter that said that we were going to get 18 months, but the charter party agreement wasn't signed. You know, there are so many issues that we are not getting answers for, and we think that we need answers, and we hope today that some of those questions could be answered.
Well, what is your solution to the problem?
Fire all those who cannot deliver. You see, for too long, our whole country realized that we are lacking supervision. Nobody is held accountable when they erred, and it's time that people be held accountable. You are put in a position to deliver. If you cannot deliver, step aside and find somebody who could deliver for us, because the whole of Tobago is suffering. The whole of Tobago. Businesses is down. The transportation with people is down. The whole economy, because if you don't have people, you can't have consumption. And we depend this time on the local tourism Trinidad to help the economy in Tobago. When you check the bread and breakfast people, the hotels, everything is down. So it's a mess, and it's almost 1 year that this is going on, and we say enough is enough.
Should the route be open to private operators, or should the government continue to operate the sea bridge?
Well, even though it's open to private operators, there will still have to be some form of subsidy. Okay, take, for instance, on the cargo vessel, we spend the drivers spend at least $100,000 a day or over $100,000 a day. When you calculate that, it's roughly about 14 point something thousand US dollars a day that we pay. So it's not that we are not paying our way. And then for paying that kind of money and the service is not up to mark, it leaves much to be desired. And somebody needs to be held accountable, right? Everybody playing the blame game, and this is what is happening. Okay, let's go back to the Ocean Flower 2. I called the chairman of the board about 2 weeks before, asking her, well, what vessel we get in? She said that she doesn't know. Lo and behold, on the 26th of June, somebody bought the vessel, and the announcement was made on the 30th that we get in the Ocean Flower 2. Right. And, you know, same thing with the Cabo Star. Same thing with the Atlantic provider. We were hearing 4 months before that we were getting the Atlantic provider. So nobody is not telling us the truth, and we need the truth. It's time for big men to say, I'm sorry, I apologize, I made a mistake, I was wrong. And these words, like, it's too big for us to say. And we need to hear these words even from the Prime Minister, that I'm sorry, I made a mistake, and I'm going to handle this properly for the people of Tobago and Trinidad. This is what we need to get out of this meeting today, and this is what I hope that we could get out from that meeting, from this meeting today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amede.
Welcome.
Folks, that was President of the Inter-Island Truckers and Traders Association, Mr. Horace Amede, again talking to us about the Sea Bridge. The Prime Minister is in Tobago. He's going to meet with stakeholders at the Magdalena Grant to discuss the way forward for the Sea Bridge that has been plaguing us for the past few months. It's back to you in Trinidad.
Thank you so much, Patricia Nicholson, of course, there chatting with Mr. Horace Amede, and earlier Mr. David Walker. Well,